It's this time of the year again, a Nintendo Direct rumor that could happen at September. As with all rumors, always take it with a grain of salt. But having said that, let's see what they have essentially confirmed. Wink wink. I'm just going to say it right now, but Metroid Prime 4 appearing is as close to zero unless they are assuring us that development is along the way. With that out of the way, let's see what the rumor is. So, on the podcast, Last of Nintendogs, the host Grub and his co-host Mike Minotti, correct me if I'm wrong, but those two essentially said that a September Direct is coming for sure, and that it will be on the 12th of September, which is a few days before the Tokyo Game Show, which takes place between the 15th of September to the 18th of September. Grub and Mike said that they have a pretty good source for those rumors, and that we can expect The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD from the Wii U coming over to the Switch. I have both HD games on the Wii U. For those who haven't played Wind Waker yet, I highly recommend this game. It is by far the best 3D Zelda game ever created, and they also took out the Triforce quest with a faster mission, so it doesn't feel like a drag. Overall, the game is just super solid all the way with the HD remaster. As for Twilight Princess, I don't hate it, but I didn't play the HD remaster at all since I've already played it a couple of times on the Wii, and it's not my favorite 3D Zelda game. Still a great game nonetheless, and a super solid game for the first timers, just not so much every time you replay it. There is also going to be the official title reveal for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm just going to throw it out there that it's going to be called Discovery of the Wild. I don't know why Discovery, but I think it doesn't sound too bad. If this game is similar to Breath of the Wild, I would think this is an easy A+ game. Now this reminds me, I need to complete the Master Sword Trials on Breath of the Wild. How does anyone beat the Master Sword Trials on hard mode? It feels near impossible. So these are the confirmed titles to be appearing on the Direct. Grub suggested that Metroid Prime Remaster could also show up on the Direct. The Prime Remaster is a rumor back in June if I remember correctly, that says that we will be getting Prime Remaster along with Echoes and Corruption's Remaster to follow sooner or later after it. I personally don't believe a remaster coming for those games. With each new console, we always get rumors of Prime Trilogy getting ported or remastered onto said console. My weak, feeble heart cannot take the stress anymore of letting my hopes taken away, so I'm just going to be pessimistic with this one. But to be honest, I think I can see a Prime Remaster coming along logically speaking. Remasters aren't as expensive to make compared to making a brand new game, and it easily fills up the yearly release calendar, so Switch owners won't feel a drought. I was there on the Wii U day. Let's just say I was dehydrated near the end of its life cycle. Metroid also have a good hype train going with the acclaimed Metroid Dread release, and the anticipation for Prime 4, so a few Prime Remaster here and there would surely keep the momentum going. But at the same time, I don't think Tokyo Game Show is the right platform to announce Prime Remasters, as the Metroid franchise have always been more to the taste of the Western audience. Then to top it all off, Prime games are significantly more West-oriented than the mainline games, so it sounds like a terrible move to announce these games in the Tokyo Game Show. I also don't think it's a great strategy move if the Direct is going to announce 3 HD remaster, potentially 5 if they also announce Echoes and Corruption HD, all in the same Direct. It just makes it so glaringly obvious that they are trying to fill up the calendar if they really do that. Finally, Mike also said that he hopes. Keyword is hope. Unlike the titles before that are open quotation, confirmed, close quotation, or suggested to likely appear, Mike hopes to see Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp news. While this is a remake, if this does show up, this now potentially makes 5 to 7 past Nintendo games going to appear, and that is just way too overkill if you ask me. So that's it with the rumor information. I think a September Direct is likely to appear because Nintendo skipped Gamescom 2022, but we are approaching the Tokyo Game Show announcement, and that is Nintendo's home turf, so it will be foolish if they don't show something at least. But having said all that, I don't think any of the above game will be showing up on the show at all except for Zelda HD Remaster ports coming over. What I think will very likely show up is Splatoon 3. Yes, the game is out on 9th of September, and the Direct is coming on the 12th of September according to rumors, but I think it will still show up, just to at least announce the next Splatfest and some downloadable weapons in the coming future. The other game that will very likely appear in my opinion is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm hoping that we get to finally see the final evolution for the 3 starters. Perhaps we'll also get to see more of the treasure hunt or the other path to completing the game. I'm calling it now, but one of the paths to completing the game will be beauty contests. It's a thing in the anime already. It was pretty prominent in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, with a lot of the current systems stem from the beauty contest like Pokeblocks. And also this Terrestrial evolution thing, while I think it's the worst and laziest Pokemon gimmick, no unique Pokemon evolution and just a copy and paste ornament on a crystal Pokemon's head, it does scream beauty a lot. So those are the Pokemon news I'm expecting. But to finish up the rumor, I'm going to say Sonic Frontiers will also show up on the Direct as well. Sure, it'll look better on the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox Series X, but no one have a better grasp on the Japanese market than Nintendo. So if Sega doesn't do their own show, I think Sonic Frontiers will pop up. Well, that's it for my speculation, / prediction, / educated guess, / 5-minute plus nonsense. But what do you think of the rumor? Do you think it'll happen? And if so, what game do you think will show up? Remember, this is all just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'm hyped!